Not a single undefeated high school boys basketball team left here in the Valley right now, but we've got 10 of the best to talk about tonight in our WKBN Power Rankings.
Simply put, some tremendous teams playing some really good basketball at this stage of the season. We begin with number 10, and that is West Middlesex. The Big Reds making their first appearance in our Power Rankings. They're a 10-win team right now. They're unbeaten in Region 2 this year. They sit atop the standings along with Farrell. Those two will face off this Friday night with first place on the line, and it will be live on high school basketball's biggest stage. West Middlesex and Farrell will be our WKBN Game of the Week. Should be fun.
And hopefully a good one. At number 9, we find Lakeview. The Bulldogs are 10-2 in one of the top teams in the Northeast 8 Conference. They're 5-1 in league play. Lakeview's only losses coming to Boardman and Poland, both of which are ranked in our top 10. Big game coming up next Friday night as well, a rematch with South Range, which could very well be our WKBN Game of the Week.
At number 8, Bristol. The Panthers are 9-2 overall and a perfect 6-0 in the league. Senior Gage Elza leading the way, scoring over 27 points a game, and he just broke the school's scoring record with 49 points in just 3 quarters Tuesday in a win over Maplewood. Bristol is playing a very challenging non-league schedule this year, so they'll be one of the teams to beat in the Division 4 tournament.
Our number 7 team this week is Sharon. The Tigers drop a few spots after a 1-point loss to Grove City last Friday night. That snapped a 9-game winning streak. They will have a rematch with both Hickory and Grove City coming up in February, and that, of course, will decide the Region 5 champion.
At number 6 is where we find Poland. The Bulldogs are 9-2 overall and the top team in the Northeast 8 Conference right now. They're 5-0 in the most competitive league in the Valley, with wins over every other team near the top of the standings.
Moving up a spot this week to number 5 is Boardman. The Spartans are 9-3 overall and sitting atop the All-American Conference Red Tier standings. They've already earned 3 league wins and they haven't been close. Boardman is winning by 25 points per game in the conference, but their next 2 opponents will not go easy with Canfield and Harding coming up.
At number 4, that talented team from Springfield. The Tigers fell from the ranks of the unbeaten last Friday night. They lost their first game of the season by 11, 60-49 to Waterloo. That was a league game, which makes the Mahoning Valley Athletic Conference standings a lot more interesting. Despite being 10-1, Springfield, along with McDonald, Sebring, and Mineral Ridge, are all chasing Waterloo now for that league title.
At number 3, Hickory is up a few spots. The Hornets have won 4 in a row, including a big win over Erie McDowell last weekend. Junior Donald Whitehead is leading the way with over 20 points per game this season. Hornets sit atop the Region 5 standings now at 12-1, with their only loss coming against Sharon, and a rematch with the Tigers is coming up on February 1st. That could very well be our WKBN Game of the Week.
At number 2, LeBray. The Vikings have won 10 of their first 11 games, and that includes a signature 12-point victory over Bristol back in the opener. Only loss came against undefeated Ashtabula Edgewood. A big test coming next Tuesday when they play host to the Raiders from South Range.
And finally, our number 1 team in the WKBN Power Rankings this week, Kennedy Catholic. The 3-time defending state champs have now won 4 straight against District 10 teams, and they are winning those by more than 30 points per game. Their 2 Division I recruits, Oscar Shuboy and Maceo Austin, both averaging over 23 points per game, and the Eagles have some big-time games coming up, including a Saturday date with Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. That will be a game featuring 2 defending state champions with a combined 17 state titles between them. Could very well be our Game of the Week as well. Well, that's a look at our second edition of the WKBN Power Rankings. We'll do it again next Wednesday right here at WKBN.com.